You're listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZW LP Conroe and 106.1 KZCC LP Conroe and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
All right, good morning, Montgomery County. You're listening to Mornings Lone Star on irlonestar.com/MWLS live on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, and of course, Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1. This is your morning radio show. It's me and Skippy all the way till 11. I think we're friendless today, so it's just going to be us two. So join in on the conversation via Facebook chat, YouTube chat, or you can just call in at any time if you're listening to the podcast, 936-647-3776. It's a beautiful day in Montgomery County, 74 degrees outside, 1% chance of rain. The high today is going to be 92 and the low 65. So there's the weather report for Montgomery County.
Now, driving up from the Woodlands, I saw that southbound on 45 was gridlocked. There was an accident, many flashing lights, and then behind that, a lot of cars not moving.
If Holly's listening, I'm sorry you're in it.
She may be.
So,
and if she's not listening, she should
be. Speaking of which, we are going to do a traffic report from Montgomery County. There have been reported 2 accidents on I-45 southbound right after 242. Mm-hmm. Basically, it looks like you're going to be backed up all the way to 1488. That's heading southbound on I-45 between 242 and 1488. Outside that, everything else is looking good around the county. Area 105 up towards New Waverly looking good. If you're going out to Cleveland, you're looking good, and 1314 is looking good all the way to Porter. So outside that, it's pretty good. But we are brought to you by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning and Conroe Coffee. Thank you so much for supporting the show. And
we are live today on YouTube Live, Facebook Live.
How did Kiss Me Kate go this weekend?
A good weekend. Mother's Day obviously was yesterday. We'll talk about that later, what we did for our mothers and stuff. Great crowd yesterday. It was our first Sunday matinee. Typically, Sunday matinees, the average age of the audience member goes up exponentially. Mm-hmm. But there were a lot of youngsters. We feel that a lot of people brought their moms to Mother's Day. Really good, great audiences Friday and Saturday night as well. So we're halfway through the run. There's still 2 more weekends to catch Kiss Me Kate.
Tickets, owentheater.com.
And apparently I passed the sniff test.
Yeah, my mother said she enjoyed the show very much.
It was hilarious because, first off, I was talking, Dick was saying you'd be here. And she said, he'll always be Richard to me.
That's true.
And so we had fun with that. But
that's true.
She walked up to my male lead, Dave Kerr, who does this awesome job, awesome voice, and said, "Congratulations, you're almost as good as the guy I saw on Broadway." And Dave's like, "Why, thank you." And I said, "No, that's truly this lady's an aficionado of Broadway stuff. That's a great
it's
compliment."
Weird. She told me that is as good.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool. I'll tell you. So, Dave, if you're listening, know that you got top props there. But typically, as usual, a lot of backstage shenanigans. The zipper that breaks on the dress 30 seconds before woman wearing dress is supposed to go out on stage.
That's typical.
Yeah, so lots of...
that's typical.
It's great to the audience not knowing all the things that happen backstage.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, we'll be giving away 2 tickets to Kiss Me Kate this week. I believe we're doing it on Thursday.
Yeah, I think Thursdays are right.
And then today we're giving away 2 tickets to Taste Fest. We're giving away tickets every Monday, Wednesday, Friday to Taste Fest on June 7th. More information on that later into the show. But like I said, we don't have a guest today, so we're really just going to try to...
We're going to wing it?
Stay afloat. We're gonna tread water for a while here. So we love to hear your feedback, folks. So we're on YouTube Live and Facebook Live. And I see that Dennis has joined the Facebook. Dennis, howdy, Dennis. I hope you can hear us and see us. But I'm still blurry. There's nothing I can do about it for right now. But
is that you or the camera?
That's the camera.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it likes to focus on you, not me.
Well, yeah,
which is somewhat normal.
As well it should.
But I know the triathlon went off with a bang. Nothing really happened. I think people. I don't think they got shortened again for their time.
No, I don't think there were any major catastrophes on this one. Apparently, it was really smooth. Once you survive the Ironman, so I believe that's it for the races this year. I think the Woodlands Marathon already happen this year too.
Oh, I have no idea. I know they're getting ready for a Pride Parade.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's happening tomorrow, but I know they announced that not too long ago. I think it's in September.
That's going to be interesting to see how that turns out.
How so?
Well, just as the very first one, so it's kind of like I don't want to say a pilot program.
No,
but
so if you this has nothing to really do with a Pride Parade, but when someone just throws a parade, it's just similar to, the Go Texan Parade here, and then they do the Christmas Parade. It's just for like 30 minutes, right? We're not talking, because the marathon takes like half the day.
Right. Yeah, your marathon
when
is
you're
from like
planning.
6 a.m. to
but a parade
minutes.
won't take half a day, will it?
No, I doubt it.
Okay.
But there'll be I'm sure this is going to end up on the news.
Well,
it's like I said, brand new to the Woodlands. First time they've done it. Some people were for it, or was factions against it. So I'm sure the media will show up hoping there's.
You just know there's that one guy who lives in this one location that always gets shut down. There's that one guy, one family or whatever.
I thought that would be my neighborhood.
I can't leave my house. 7 days out of the year, I can't even leave my house.
Well, speaking of which, good news. I talked with the realtor who's been overseeing the rebuild of my house, and they're very close to being done.
Is it like a fancy way of saying your wife?
No. This is actually a realtor, Priyanka with Woodlands Eco Realty, who put me in with these.
I still don't believe you have a house. I think that's just what you tell people, like, I'm still in transition. Feel sorry for me.
Yeah, pity me.
Pity me.
Hey, Dick hasn't found the cot I've got.
Come see Kiss Me Kate, Owen Theater, 2 weekends left.
Yeah, pay my mortgage. Come see
tickets online, owentheater.com.
Yeah, that's right. I'm actually hiding out in the dressing room there. I just have a little pallet. I sleep there.
Okay.
Actually, it's a theater. There should be like mattresses from previous shows. I should just grab one of those.
Isn't that theater haunted?
Every theater's haunted.
Really?
There's not a theater in the planet that doesn't have some kind of ghost story with it. Although we did have to try to undo the Macbeth curse this weekend.
I don't know what the Macbeth curse is.
Macbeth is
you mean a play?
Well, it's Shakespeare's play Macbeth, and it's been viewed in the theater world as a cursed play.
Okay.
And there are superstitions around it. It's like The Omen, when they said all these people died while filming The Omen and stuff. Macbeth's been the same way. And the tradition is that if you say the word in a theater, unless you're actually putting on that show, it's bad luck, and there are things you're supposed to do to get rid of the bad luck. There are various there are variations of the theme.
Are we talking like Houston voodoo stuff, where you throughout Houston you can find like chicken blood?
No, nowhere near so bad. But I actually, on Thursday night, we had a brush up rehearsal, and I was telling someone about the play, and I said the name. And everyone's like, and I too was like, oh my God, because I've seen this curse in action, and this is where things just start falling apart.
Are so weird.
So I went outside, and now when you say the name, when you say Macbeth, but in a theater, but you're not actually putting Macbeth on, you're supposed to go outside, and then there are variations of the theme, but basically you got to spin around 3 times and spit over your shoulder, and then come back in. Sometimes you have to ask for permission to come back in. Again, variations on the theme. Well, Friday night, we had so many technical issues going down, microphones just, blowing up, set pieces getting stuck, costumes literally falling apart as someone's walking out on stage. And so we thought it was me, the curse. So I went outside again to try to get rid of it. I think someone else tried to sabotage. I think someone else said it. But Saturday was better and Sunday was really good. So whatever caused the curse, it got lifted by Sunday. That's one of those theater traditions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad it still went on.
Right.
The things that go on the background of
you
Kate.
never know.
Amazing. I'm just kidding. There was some political stuff going on. If you're a political person in Montgomery County, I want to know more about if this is a hot topic. The police chief in Montgomery has been outed with a no confidence vote.
Wow.
So, am I reading that right?
I believe you're right. We'll come back with that.
You're listening to Mornings with Lone Star. Thanks for joining us on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, all that good stuff. We will be back. Brought to you by Conroe Coffee and Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule, with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
A Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's radio station with talk, music, weather, and traffic for Montgomery County. Have a question or comment about one of our shows? Want to know how to reach a host? Just contact the station at irlonestar.com or call in and leave a message at 936-647-3776. Get involved with your community with Lone Star Community Radio.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star.
From the beginning, the main purpose of the Cooperative Extension Service has been to change human behavior by teaching people how to apply the results of scientific research. By utilizing a holistic, multi-level approach, Extension family and community health programs encourage health and well-being for everyone. Addressing values, concerns, and needs with reliable science-based information, Extension programs help people lead healthier lives. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make their lives better.
All right, welcome back. You know what's funny is the article I was teasing is an old one. I didn't know Courier kept those around as a featured news story. That's a little weird. Honestly, well, it was weird because I was like, I know that guy is already the chief, so this must have been like one of those political things where it just takes a long time to actually go into force. But I was wrong. Sorry about that, folks. I'm not on my game. It's a Monday, right?
Well, we do, but there are some other local political stuff that happened. Montgomery County, the Woodlands Township. This is interesting. They've just started a year-long incorporation feasibility study to see if they want to put in front of voters to turn the Woodlands from a township into an actual city. And that's
does that protect them from somebody absorbing them?
Yeah, there's annexing, and that's always been an issue.
Because I'm surprised Houston hasn't tried to annex them.
Oh, they have. There's been Houston Spring. Others have tried to annex. The Woodlands has been very vociferous about that. Because those of you who don't know, the Woodlands is actually a master plan development, like First Colony in Sugarland area or Sienna Plantation. And George Mitchell in the 70s put this whole vision together for it and wanted to be a self-sufficient, self-sustaining community where it's like an oasis where you could be surrounded by cities all you wanted, but the Woodlands is that. And so that's been kind of did Mitchell ever want this to become a city? And people have been leaning towards no, or else he would have made it a city.
Well, I'm interested to hear people who live there. If you're watching or listening right now, tell us why, what's the benefit of either or? Because I imagine people who have been living there for a while have a good opinion, but say you're a new transplant. Well, what do they care if it becomes a town or not?
Because a lot of it's the big draw that, this isn't a city. Because if it's a city just like, Conroe or Spring or Houston or Shenandoah, it's a city. As the Woodlands, it doesn't fall into the whole city.
So you're saying it's like the prestige of not being a city?
Yeah.
That's how you see it, being a Woodlands person?
Yeah, that's how I believe that's how people view it. for the most part.
Okay. Well, it's interesting. I don't really know too much about what paperwork goes into doing that, but have they voted on this before? Have the people of Woodlands voted on it?
No, this before it's been discussed for the longest time, but as the Woodlands grows and as Conroe grows, as more people are influxing into Montgomery County. Remember, back in the day, the Woodlands was outside of everything, but they're like dirt roads to get here. But that was 50 years ago. So maybe it's time to. I don't have enough of the facts myself. I don't know where I stand on it. But it would be like if they did vote to incorporate into a city, it would be like a 6-month transition period, like 2 years of process of working out the home rule city charter. Because you have that with the city, you have to have city council. You get a lot more political. With that, then you get. Sorry, I just went off on a different tangent. Like my address, even though I live in the Woodlands, is technically Spring, because the Woodlands is a part of Spring, and that is a township in Spring. So actually, Spring.
Oh, I mean, that's so confusing.
But they are spending $872,500 on 2 consulting firms to help officials gather information, and they're going to host public outreach meetings about the incorporation process. This is something that Woodlands people would care a lot about. So this would be like a political thing with these meetings filled with people.
So more meetings. Fantastic.
Right. And because with incorporation would come, you'd have to look at all the aspects of financial analysis, law enforcement needs, the infrastructure, street conditions, traffic, water and wastewater, drainage. Since the firms will also compare the Woodlands and issues facing the community in regard to incorporation with 5 other peer communities, places like the Woodlands, in order to examine how those cities handled very similar issues and explore best practices. The 5 peer communities are Frisco, Allen, Sugar Land, Round Rock, and South Lake. And these are already starting up. The meetings are going to start on the 17th, just a few days away. So if you're a Woodlands resident, keep tabs on that. This will be something interesting. This, of course, the feasibility study is going to happen over the next year. So it ain't going away anytime soon.
Okay. Well, good luck to those living in the Woodlands. See how that changes.
Right.
So.
And then, hold on. I just I had another headline here. So, there was a legal kerfuffle with the county treasurer, the document that was released, the policy and procedures manual. And that unfortunately.
The oopsie?
Yeah. The oopsie was when the document was released.
It had private information on it.
So it wasn't properly redacted.
Do we have an update on that?
We do have an update on it. No charges are going to be filed.
Okay. And would they normally be filed?
Well, that's the thing. It's
what examples do we have?
Well, it's just following a 2-month investigation. The district attorney's office here in Montgomery County found that the county treasurer's release of personal information of more than 70 current and former employees was inadvertent and accidental.
Yeah.
Will not file any charges.
Okay.
And that comes into it. There's intent or lack thereof that can determine if a crime has happened.
Okay.
So that was just a follow up on that the current county treasurer, now come November, there will be a new one. But the current one, no charges are filed. So that's an update there locally here. And I'm trying to find the headline that to kind of segue to save us from the whole, there was the police chief thing. There was a Houston law enforcement officer that was caught up here in Montgomery County doing something wrong. And if I can find it, I will talk about it. But in the meantime, do we have any sports that happened over the...
Well, I know the Houston Rockets, I think, start today for their Western Conference Finals, I think, against the Golden State Warriors. I think that's it. Let me double check.
Okay.
I know that's going on for this whole month, basically. And I know the Astros won yesterday. I know that. They beat the Texas Rangers 6-1. I know that. I watched the game.
Was that an exhibition game or?
No, it's they're in the normal season.
So they're in the normal season. That shows how well I'm hotel living. I don't turn on the TV a lot.
The Rockets play tonight, so that's gonna be a good game on TNT, where they know drama.
Is that where the Rockets play? TNT?
Yeah, that's what it says. I don't know. Just guessing.
Wow. Do you think they'd be on a major network?
Isn't TNT pretty major?
Oh, it is. Absolutely. But you just think of broadcast instead of a cable channel is not sports related.
That's true. Who owns TNT? Like NBC or something?
Probably.
One of those.
Now, speaking of NBC, I know we touched on it. Have you seen the list of shows that have been canceled?
Yeah, we talked about that on Friday. But
CBS has finally come out with some.
Okay.
Life in Pieces has been renewed. Scorpion has been canceled.
Good. That show sucked.
What? No, I liked it. We were talking over the weekend in the dressing room, and the Scorpion was one of those. When you say wholesome, I'm not talking, the Andy Griffith Show wholesome, but yeah, there's nothing too gratuitous in there. The whole family could watch it and cheer the good guys. Seems as though Fox and CBS in particular have been pretty ruthless.
Yeah, but they usually do that kind of stuff, right?
Right. But I hope they have good stuff to replace it. That's the problem when you cancel something. It's almost like repeal and replace. Okay. Not to get political on this, but for 7 years, the GOP was whining, "Oh, Obamacare sucks," and then they finally get in power, and no one had a plan to repeal and replace. It was like you had 7 years to come up with something, people. So I was really unimpressed with that. Like, everyone complains about the weather, no one ever does anything about it. So, The Exorcist TV series, which I was enjoying, has been.
Well, Gotham got renewed.
Although I'm like a season behind on it because, again, it's all racked up on my DVR.
Well, they were saying it's the final season. See, people, they're doing it right. They're ending the show.
Well, it'll be interesting because the kid, he was a kid.
What do you think as an actor does? Like when you've been working on a series or a project for, 5-10 years, and they're like, "Hey, this is going to be the final season." I'm like, well, I guess I got to look for more work.
Well, it does give them a heads up.
Opposed to these other shows. Oh, we're canceled.
Yeah, and I got to feel bad for like the other, because the day that Brooklyn Nine-Nine got canceled, there were 2 other shows that got canceled too. Last Man on Earth and The Mick. And everyone was save 9-9, and NBC swoops in and grabs it and says, "Yeah, it's coming home," because it was an NBC Universal's production. And I just hate to be a member of the cast of Last Man on Earth going, "Hey, what about us? Are we the, red-haired stepchild here? No one's trying to save us."
Okay. Well, I mean, you're a big TV guy, so.
But talking about Gotham ending, I wonder how they're going to end it, because much like Smallville, which ran for 10 years about Superboy, and I actually, over the weekend, I was on the computer and I had Hulu, and I stumbled across Smallville. So I just watched the last episode, 10 years in, because they say at the end he's going to be in his costume for the first time. It was really bad because every time it was a full body shot of him, it was bad CGI. You couldn't see his face.
Oh yeah, well, you're TV and you're on the.
I'm wondering if they're going to do the same thing with Gotham.
And you're on the CW.
Well, the kid's still a kid though. Who plays Bruce Wayne? I mean, he's probably 16, 17 now, so he can't be Batman next year when they close the show down. So are they going to get someone else, or are they going to flash?
Well, what do you want them to do? Do you want them to show an adult Batman? Who cares?
I want them to keep going till this kid grows up and becomes Batman before our very eyes.
Okay,
that's what I want.
Here, listen, Mornings Lone Star. IRLoneStar.com, Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1. We are broadcasting live on YouTube and Facebook and all those great places.
Hello, jurors outside.
We'll be back after these messages.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star.
A Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's radio station with talk, music, weather, and traffic for Montgomery County. Have a question or comment about one of our shows? Want to know how to reach a host? Just contact the station at irlonestar.com or call in and leave a message at 936-647-3776. Get involved with your community with Lone Star Community Radio.
Hey guys, this is Connor.
This is Dick.
This is Chris.
And we're with the Ticket Stub Podcast every Thursday live at noon on 104.5 and 106.1 FM in the Conroe area. Also, anytime at irlonestar.com. You go to irlonestar.com/TTS. You can find all of our social media.
And don't forget, we give away 2 tickets to the Grand Theater on every show.
If you like movies and you like complaining or celebrating anything that has to do with the silver screen, check out the Ticket Stub Podcast and join us every Thursday at noon o'clock on Lone Star Community Radio.
Want to check out the fastest growing sport in the world? It's right here in Conroe, Texas, and it's roller derby. Conroe Roller Derby is a nonprofit recreational league of women and men who want you to come and check out the fast-paced, hard-hitting game of roller derby. The Conroe Cutthroats practice at Rainbow Roller Rink on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. You can find our game schedule and more information on our website, www.conroerollerderby.com.
Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule, with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
Welcome back. Mornings with Lone Star. It is 9:28 on the dot. Mornings with Lone Star. Dick and Skippy. Sponsored by Conroe Coffee and Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. It's already 75 degrees. Going to get up to 92. Cloudy today and tonight and tomorrow. 1% chance of rain. Sunshiny for the rest of the week through Sunday. Humidity 94%. Holy cow. That's humid. Anyhow, traffic, hopefully the accidents on 45 may be clearing up. If you're caught in them, you happen to be listening to us. If you're dial hopping and you get us instead of the Indian station that shares a frequency with us on the west side of town, give us a call, 936-647-3776. Hit us up on Facebook, irlonestar.com, or tune in to us. I'm waving at the camera now on YouTube Live. Dick and I are here. You can see us.
Who are you waving to?
The camera.
Okay.
So people. Oh, I'm waving the wrong. Hold on. So
well, you know how we were talking TV. Did you know who's replacing that actor on Lethal Weapon?
Yeah, Stifler.
Stifler. Yeah.
Stifler
from American Pie.
So, those of you who didn't know, there's a TV version of Lethal Weapon, which I just thought was ill-advised from the beginning. But Clayne Crawford is, I believe, the name of the guy who played the Mel Gibson character, Martin Riggs, and apparently Clayne had some issues with his newfound fame, I guess. Maybe he just couldn't get past his porn stash. I don't know. He was rocking that porn mustache, ladies. But he's been fired. And apparently, you know, the future of the show is kind of up in the air because they were offering it to different people to replace him, and no one was biting. Finally, over the weekend, Sean, is it William Scott? Is that his name?
Yeah.
And that's Sean with 2 N's, so he doesn't spell it cool like me. Stifler from the American Pie movies is going to be the new, and it won't be Martin Riggs. It'll be a replacement character. So that's weird that you have.
You think you just shut it down,
or just, you know, like a soap opera, have him come back as Sean William Scott, and because the whole Lethal Weapon thing was the buddy cop motif between Riggs and Murtaugh. Now, you know, it's been done before in MASH, because, you know, you had the original books and then the movie where you had Trapper John and Hawkeye, and then after a while Trapper John left, Wayne Rogers left MASH, and they brought in BJ Honeycutt, Mike Farrell, and it took people a while to get used to that, because like no, the whole thing was this friendship between them. But it's okay, because Pernell Roberts came back as Trapper John MD and made it all better. But so we were talking off the air. So there's a bouncy house in California now. What happened with this?
See, this is the thing. You see the story of the headline, and apparently this happens quite a bit. And I kid you not, this is like one of the most tragic things you can happen at a birthday party with the bouncy house. There's a child inside of a bouncy house. The wind picks it up and blows it into the highway. Like, what?
And it slammed into a car. Now, a 9-year-old boy was in there. He's okay. The driver of the car that hit the bouncy house was shook up. But one reason why this caught my eye, one, is because it's a hell of a headline.
I want to see if I can find a video of it.
But there's a TV show out now called 911, and it's about 911 dispatchers and paramedics and stuff. And they actually had that happen in an episode. And instead of a freeway, it goes over a cliff and it's hanging on by a thread. Okay, looking at your face, you're seeing the video. Okay, people, if you're watching, you need to zoom in on Dick's face.
What? Now, I really wish we could get the videos working on. This isn't the same situation, but it's another. I just looked up Bouncy house blown away. Come over here real quick. I want to show you this.
Keep talking while I walk away.
I'm not kidding you. This one video I'm looking at, it goes as tall as a palm tree. Like this, that is insane. It goes about as tall as a palm tree. Look at that. Look how much air it's. And there's kids in there.
Oh my god!
Like, what is going on here?
That's where the kids are going. Do it again. Do it again.
Man. Well, that's a tragic story. When I read that, I was like, man, this is surreal. You imagine just driving, doing your normal routine, and all of a sudden you see a bouncy house flying into the freeway in front of you.
Well, fortunately, this time around, everyone okay. A little bumped around and stuff. I guess if you're going to be, curdling through the countryside and into a freeway, you should be in a big inflatable device. It kind of helps.
So,
we got some more good news. Well, good news for some. So a little while ago have you ever eaten at Chipotle?
Yeah, I've eaten there. There's one. Yeah, there's one on 105. Yeah, I've eaten there.
Okay. I haven't eaten.
They charge for like every little thing you ever wanted.
Like chips and salsa.
Well, they charge you for chips, and then they charge you for salsa, and then they charge you for the canister it goes into.
Wow.
Well, it seems like it. They probably really don't. But
well, here's where else they messed up financially. So apparently in California, there was a manager at a Chipotle named Jeanette Ortiz, and she was accused in 2015 of stealing $626 in cash from a safe at the Fresno Chipotle. And they were, the front office was telling the world, oh yeah, we got her on tape. And then when it goes to trial, they're like, oh, we got destroyed. We don't know what happened to it. Turns out that apparently, and I don't have to say allegedly because this has already gone through the legal system, she had filed a workers' comp claim about her wrist for carpal tunnel.
Okay.
They wanted to get her back on that. So they made up the whole she stole the money thing. So this lady, Jeanette Ortiz, I wonder if hopefully I'm related to her somehow, because she has just been awarded $8 million for wrongful termination.
Man, Chipotle can't catch a break.
Weren't they in the news for something else?
Yeah,
like
for their
E. coli or something?
For the chicken.
Is that what that was? Chipotle.
Of course, their PR person's like, what we should do to get people back? Let's give away free burritos with our chicken. Yeah, it was like free burrito day. I remember reading that. I was like, that's a smart thing to do, I guess. We won't kill you, maybe.
No, I'll tell you who actually dealt with that just fine and dandy was Jack in the Box. The marketing team behind that. First off,
they know they've been screwing people's stomachs since they made those tacos.
Well, no, they're actually in the 80s. There was a E. coli outbreak from Jack in the Box.
Okay,
and they had bad meat. And what had happened was back in the early 70s, because all the Jack in the Boxes used to have the Jack in the Box head on top of the restaurants, an actual Jack in the Box popping out. They had this big campaign to get rid of it, so they blew up the clown on a TV commercial. They exploded this big, and like the clown is gone. Well, flash forward about 10 years, they're like hurting and killing people with E. coli in their burgers. And they realized, okay, we're about to go bankrupt. So they brought back Jack's back. And that's where that whole thing started. And because first off, they issued a mea culpa about the meat. They were like, it was us. We screwed up. We're wrong. We'll pay for anything and everything need be. They did everything right. And then they remarketed. And there you go. As a result, Jack is back and has been for about, 20 years now.
Destroying people's stomachs.
One yummy bite at a time. I'm telling you, those 2 tacos for $1, those deep fried tacos were like lettuce and all.
That's not real food.
Lettuce and all, they just dunk it in the deep fryer.
I feel sorry for that one person
because they don't pretend.
Who's sitting on that conveyor belt pre-making those.
That's the thing. They don't pretend. Everyone else, oh, we have flame broiled. We don't use frozen. Our patties are square for some ungodly reason. You know, everyone else tries to cover it. The Jack in the Box is, we know full well. Same thing with Taco Bell. We do not pretend to be anybody we're not. We provide mediocre food at awesome prices. You take your life in your hands when you eat one of our products.
Well, one of our users, Jason, thinks Chipotle needs a mascot.
Uh-huh.
What kind of mascot would Chipotle be? A burrito?
An EMT?
That's true. Yeah, that would be good.
A stomach pump?
I don't know.
Tell me the stomach pump.
Well, do you think they have like fast food? Is Chipotle fast food?
I would put them more up there with kind of like
Subway's.
Dos Orcos, like
is Subway fast food?
Subway would count as fast food.
Now, why would that be fast food?
Because you stand while it's delivered.
And not Chipotle.
Because Chipotle, you sit down, someone takes your order, right?
No. You go up like Subway style and they make it in front of you.
Oh, okay. See, I've never eaten it at Chipotle. Then I guess Chipotle would count as fast food.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure this out. Because who needs a mascot? All fast food people?
You never know.
McDonald's has like the creepy Ronald McDonald.
Who does?
McDonald's.
No, McDonald's is creepy Ronald McDonald.
He has a creepy clown. Is his name Ronald McDonald?
Yeah, it's not creepy.
Yeah, he is.
The kids love him.
Well, of course they do. He's creepy. I mean, kids like things like Five Nights at Freddy's today. I don't know if you know what that is. Look it up. That's like a thing. They sell it in the toy aisle.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yes.
What is Five Nights at Freddy's?
Look it up. It's one of the weirdest kid things I've ever seen because
weirder than Bionicle?
It's a nightmare. Basically, the game that it came from takes place in a Chuck E. Cheese like establishment, and at night the animatronics come alive and try to kill you. But like,
is it a video game or a board game?
It was a video game originally, and now it like whoever the weirdo at some Mattel marketing campaign goes, hey, we can sell this to kids. And like they have T-shirts, but it's all like marketed to 5-year-olds. It's one of the strangest things. Look it up.
Wow.
I think Jason's really into it. I bet.
Five Nights at Freddy's. I will definitely.
It's one of the weirdest.
Have to look into that
because I was spending time with my nephew, and all like that's like his big show and tell, and everyone knows what it was. And I knew what it was. It's like why does he know what Five Nights at Freddy's? Because I knew what it was. Because it came out a long time ago, but it was one of those like games that was only available online through a portal because some guy created it just to be creepy. You should look it up.
I'm afraid to. I'll do it over the break in case I have a visceral reaction to it that's unsuitable
weird.
for the air.
It's not as weird as that bounce house going as tall as a palm tree and 3 kids were inside of it. You're listening to Maurice Lund, sorry.
I'm afraid to look it up now. When we come back.
Let's talk about the Jerusalem thing.
We'll talk about Jerusalem.
Why is that still being talked about?
Yeah, because it's happening today.
Are they doing the ribbon cutting today?
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
That's nice.
And a Green Beret decides to waterboard himself. We'll talk about that.
Does that even count?
Well, he didn't like literally pour the water over his face. We'll talk about it when we come back about why he did it.
Okay. Maurice Lone Star brought to you by Conroe Coffee, Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Thank you, Jason. You think Jose, the illegal alien, should be Chipotle's? Thank you. That's a great idea, Jason.
We can bring back the Frito Burrito. The Frito Bandito from Fritos.
No. We'll be back. Maurice Lone Star.
Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule, with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's radio station with talk, music, weather, and traffic for Montgomery County. Have a question, comment about one of our shows? Want to know how to reach a host? Just contact the station on irlonestar.com or call in and leave a message at 936-647-3776. Get involved with your community with Lone Star Community Radio.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star.
Health Center Southeast Texas is a federally qualified health center. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and most major private insurances. For our self-pay patients, we have a sliding scale discount program available. Our health centers have qualified providers and staff striving every day to provide the best quality of care to our patients. Services offered are family medicine, behavioral health services, telepsychiatry, and pediatrics. We have 4 area locations. Look up the Health Center Southeast Texas online at hcset.com.
For those of you who like your partners, your gumbo, and your music salty, well, we're here to help with the music. Julian Shea here, host of Lone Star Country Nights Thursday, your weekly dose of roots and Americana and all the music that makes this part of the country special. We stir in Western swing, honky-tonk, Zydeco, Texas blues, outlaw country, and put a pinch of red dirt, and then we smoke it over a slow fire. Then listen to the results Thursday nights on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 and worldwide at irlonestar.com.
Welcome back.
Hello.
This is Jose, the legal alien, with Mornings Lone Star, mascot of Chipotle.
See,
yeah.
The only way we could possibly make that even more racist is to have a Caucasian guy like you actually play Jose.
Is that
like, see, senor?
Okay.
I am Jose.
So we kind of teased a little bit. Welcome back to Mornings Lone Star. We're on Facebook, YouTube, all that good stuff. We are Montgomery County's morning radio show. We're going to give away 2 tickets to Taste Fest at 10:30 today with a trivia question. And we're talking about the Jerusalem place opening up. Is it like a ribbon cutting kind of thing? Actually, I have a feeling there's somebody broadcasting it right now. Is it happening right now?
Is what now?
What are you doing?
I'm checking headlines.
Oh, we're talking about Jerusalem. This is like
Yes.
this is your soapbox
This is happening right now.
This is up your alley because it's very controversial.
It is very controversial. And because the battle, literally and
Let's see,
figuratively,
I'm trying to see if I can find.
Battle lines have been drawn now. They're calling it Bloody Monday. Hundreds wounded, dozens dead, as the embassy has been opened.
Hold on, wait, this just happened?
Yeah, this has been happening.
No, I'm like today.
Yeah.
Someone tried to blow it. So
Yeah.
something did happen.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is significant. So as people know, or maybe not,
They're literally using slingshots. Like old school David and Goliath. I'm just watching the videos.
And it's like the day after President Trump pulled out of the Iranian deal. When I say deal with quotation marks, it was an executive order. You know, the Iranians never even signed it.
We've already talked about that.
But no, we didn't talk about the Iranians. But I'm saying Iran.
There wasn't even a paper napkin.
Shot missiles into Israel over that. Now, fortunately, Israel has their Iron Shield, the missile defense system, anti-missile defense system, which took care of it. But this, and again,
man, why would you want to go stay there? When I typed in Jerusalem, I was trying to see if they have like a live broadcast. It's trying to get me to go visit them. 3-star hotels averaging $120.
Well, it is for so many viewed on so many different sides, viewed as the holy city.
Which one has the iron gate on the side of the iron? What would you call it?
It's the Iron Shield. That would be Tel Aviv.
So I need to be there if I want to go there.
Yeah, Tel Aviv. And that's where the embassies have been in Tel Aviv. But Tel Aviv is not has been like the de facto capital. Now, here's the thing, because people are going bonkers on Facebook and everything. Oh, Trump leading us to World War III.
Can you imagine being assigned to that embassy?
Oh, I bet there are U.S. Marines jockeying for position to be there.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Man, that'd be crazy.
Mm-hmm. It's to be an embassy Marine, you have to really hit certain qualifications.
Okay. Fine. So there's other people in the embassy besides Marines, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Sorry, my mind just went to the embassy personnel, CIA operatives, diplomatic personnel.
Jose the illegal alien.
Jose the illegal alien's probably
legal.
There. Jose the legal.
That's the mascot.
Oh, okay. Is he a dreamer, or did he? Did he go through?
We're not giving a backstory to a Chipotle mascot. He just recovered from E. coli. That's his backstory.
But was he north or south of the border?
I don't know. Did
he contract the E. coli south of the border and illegally cross north to get U.S. health benefits for free?
From Vietnam. So now you're...
Jose's from Vietnam.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you need to play Jose, because that way we can just defend everybody.
Yeah.
With one fell swoop. But anyhow,
how do you see this Jerusalem thing playing out? Because I feel like
the embassy's
that's a huge target. Huge target.
Well, it is, but I lived in England during the IRA, where
everyone was target.
Yeah, everyone was a target, and the embassy was attacked many times.
The U.S. embassy?
Yeah,
really,
absolutely. No embassy was safe when the IRA was doing their thing. Here's Skippy's take on this. Yes, this is very bloody, and any loss of life is horrible. This is something that was resolved by Congress in 1995, 23 years ago. And Clinton and Bush, so both, presidents, this is not a Democrat thing, it's not a Republican thing, kept on kicking the can down the line. Funding was secured for this embassy.
Because like we both agree to is that now, that's a target.
But and so I'm leading to this. This is what's been driving me crazy over the last couple of weeks with some media outlets.
Well, of course, the media is going to misrepresent what's going on.
So the terrorists are really upset with this move. And so there are those in the media who are agreeing with the terrorists. When you agree with you want to be on the other side of what the terrorists want. Much like Haspel, the CIA, the nominee for CIA director right now. And she operated under Obama's pick for CIA director, and he's the guy that actually instituted the waterboarding. And so they're like, "Oh, you love waterboarding?" No, I was following orders because it was legal back then. But the media is saying that one of the people firmly opposed to her being confirmed as head of the CIA is the guy who masterminded 9/11.
You know what I've found?
So if he is against her, then you want to be for her. If the bad guy's against someone, you want to be for them. If the terrorists are against an embassy in Jerusalem, you want to be for it.
You know what I found doing little research about embassies?
What?
Did you know the state of Texas the country of Texas had an embassy in London?
Really?
Yeah. And from 1842 to 1845.
Well, that makes sense.
I thought that was really cool.
That is cool. I like that a lot. So this will settle down, I believe. Here's the thing: we're there, so we're not pulling out.
You need to get on the Facebook chat. Jason here.
Is Jason going bonkers?
Yeah. We want folks to join us on Facebook if it's possible, because it's getting a little heated.
Good, get the conversation going. That's the whole point, to have some civil discourse and with opposing views. Love to, get it going.
But no, I learned that about the Republic of Texas. I don't know if there's other ones. There might be one in Paris too. I can keep looking, but I know in London you can take a picture. They don't actually have the building anymore. They just have a plaque, just signifying this is where it was. So.
The punchline to this, because you asked how it's going to happen,
there was one in Paris too.
America is the embassy is in Jerusalem now. The U.S. embassy is in Jerusalem. We don't pull out embassies easily, meaning we're there. So
why could you have two?
I'm sorry.
Why couldn't where was the older one?
Tel Aviv. So, most countries have their embassies in Tel Aviv.
Okay, for Jerusalem, partnerships with Jerusalem.
Because Jerusalem is so hotly contested.
Okay.
And I'm not on either, who deserves it, who gets it, Palestinians, Israelites. That's not for me to say.
Well, I mean, could the United States put two embassies there? One for Palestine and one is that because we recognize Palestine as a state? Is that the problem there?
Two countries can't share the same capital. So by the recognition of Jerusalem as the capital of Israel, that precluded
any like a Palestinian thing? Was this like Taiwan?
Okay.
I'm trying to understand.
Actually, now Jason would be like really qualified to answer that one.
Now that's just
contrasting. No. I mean that he's got the know-how.
Wait, is it like Taiwan though?
Well, yeah, China. We say there are two Chinas.
You can't say it, but it is it, right?
Well, remember, Israel's only been a state since the 1940s.
Okay.
Israel was actually created as a nation
Okay.
In the 40s. So the 1,000-year history that's been so contested, Syrians, Assyrians, Palestinians.
That's been shifting for
Mesopotamia. Yeah, exactly. And so you're divvying up because you have two separate religions who view it as their religious center, their holy city. And it's that's why it'll be so difficult to have peace in the Middle East, because who's going to back down?
I feel
it's like putting Baptists and Catholics together.
Do you think we could do similar how I proposed that idea of making Donald Trump's presidency into a musical? Could you do one?
The Tel Aviv Tango?
Yeah. That'd be
I'm there.
I mean, I'm trying to learn history here, and that's the best way I learn history is through song and
Well,
dance.
if you want to know the Cold War, watch Chess, the Andrew Lloyd Webber musical about a chess game. And if you ever heard the song One Night in Bangkok,
I don't know what you do on the weekends, man. I don't need to know. But you know what?
What?
You are listening to Morning's Lone Star.
What?
Are we done with the Jerusalem thing? I just wanted to...
Yeah, but I'd love to keep the conversation going on the air, off the air. I think it's great because this is profound and it's world-changing in one way, shape, or form.
Yeah, it's interesting, especially doing like a live deal, because right when I saw somebody was going to be there doing it live, I was like, someone's going to attack that place.
Oh, yes. But the U.S. is resolved for it. We know it's a target, but to put an embassy and you just don't pull up stakes, that's a diplomatic nightmare. So it'll be interesting to see how this turns out. It'll test our resolve.
I'm glad Texas figured it out. And I'm not around for that when they did figure it out. You know, I learned that I was here before Texas was here. My family was.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you like the von Schistlers or something from the Ottoman Empire?
I have a distant uncle, or not, I don't know how. His last name was Cochran. He had two brothers, and one fought at the Battle of San Jacinto, one fought at the Alamo. And then, and before that, though, they were here before that. So I have no idea. There's a lot of history here that I don't even know about. Maybe I need to go to 23andMe and see that I'm part of this world. Right?
There you go.
You're listening to Lone Star Community Radio. We want to give a special shout out to a listener, Carly. She's outside. If you can hear us, Carly, give me a thumbs up. Nope. I guess the speakers outside aren't working. She wrote into the station via Facebook. I just want to say hi to her, too.
Hello,
hi.
Carly.
Hi. There you go. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
The delay.
Wonderful. Wonderful. It's 9:54 right now. We're going all the way to 11 o'clock today. Join in. We're having a good conversation. And thanks, Jason, for informing us. We're going to follow up with that. You're listening to Lone Star Community Radio, Mornings of Lone Star. We'll be right back.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star.
A Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show with monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776 to take your first step into the radio world.
The Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service has been dedicated to educating Texans for over a century. In 1915, the Extension Program was established under the federal Smith-Lever Act to deliver university knowledge and agricultural research findings directly to the people. Ever since, AgriLife Extension programs have addressed the emerging issues of the day, serving diverse populations across the state. Texans turn to Extension for solutions in horticulture, agriculture, 4-H and youth, and family and consumer sciences. Extension agents respond not only with answers, but also with resources and services that result in significant returns on investment to boost the economy. Join us Fridays at 1 o'clock for the AgriLife Extension Hour.
Is there someone you know who is hooked on vintage aircraft? Follow the Commemorative Air Force and its fleet of World War II planes, including the mighty B-17 Flying Fortress Texas Raiders, which is based in Conroe, Texas. Texas Raiders tours locally and all around the United States, offering the public a chance to put their hands on aviation history. What could be a more perfect gift than a flight on a historic B-17? Taking to the sky on the iconic bomber is an experience that will never be forgotten. For the touring schedule, reservations, or more information, go to b17texasraiders.org or call 855-FLY-A-B-17.
Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule, with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
About it, shut as me.
Hello, welcome back.
Broadcasting live from Jerusalem.
9:58 on the dot. Great conversation on the air and off the air.
Yeah, thank you, Jason, for giving us a little reflection.
Yeah, great insights. And actually, Skippy agrees with Jason. We're comparing.
He still hasn't gotten on Facebook, though, Jason.
Well,
so. Can you not do that now? Later. Do you not have that tablet have Facebook?
I guess I need to upload it up on the Facebook. I tend to just have Facebook on the phone.
Okay. I don't want to change your ways.
I forgot that Ivanka Trump is actually out there. Talk about putting your daughter in the line of fire.
Wasn't she married to a guy that's
Jewish? Jared Kushner. And yeah, so they're there at the embassy. I mean, she's there at the dedication.
I told you that they're live streaming it. I'm telling you, something's going to happen, and I get a bad feeling about it.
But yeah, we had a good response from.
Said, I got a bad feeling about this.
Good response from listener Jason, the comparing and contrasting the Israel Palestine.
Well, Jason's smarter than he looks.
He's smarter than you.
I mean, we have to agree with that, right?
Yeah, and he's got a life experience too.
I hope he's up. Are you up, Jason? Or are you in bed? What are you doing?
Wait, no, he's going to send pictures.
Okay.
We're not that curious, man. But yeah, there is an uncomfortable comparison with China and Taiwan. It's who America views as our friend at this time. And once upon a time,
I'm telling you,
we were bestest buddies with Iran.
I learned so much through the show West Wing.
Absolutely, yeah.
They had a whole Taiwan thing episode. That's why I was kind of like, oh,
really?
Also
in the Jack Ryan books, the Tom Clancy books about Jack Ryan, when he becomes president, he accidentally calls them the two Chinas. And of course, China goes bonkers over that. Like, as China views Taiwan as part of China, Taiwan has other plans. North and South Korea, same basic premise, and Israel Palestine. There are some.
Now, do you see this? I mean, and this is always going to be an ongoing discussion with foreign politics, is the role of the United States in everyone's business. Now, the move, which was more of like, I always see when you look at like the Donald Trump and like what he's telling people, what he's doing, it's almost like he just goes, "Hey, I'm actually going to be doing what we've been doing."
1995, this happened.
No, in other things.
But yeah, that and others, you're absolutely right.
So, but in the long run, though, we see this being really bad or really good. Or just do business as usual because we're actually doing what we said we're going to do.
I feel that you can't maintain business as usual, especially as more and more of the Middle East becomes nuclear ready.
Yeah.
The way it's been done has not been working. Is this the right thing? I don't know, but it's a new thing.
Well, the one thing I don't like is I was reading a political commentary post about Iran, and they're reporting that since they're backing out of the deal, they're going to release the names of donors and things like that who they've given money to.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, why would you use it as a threat? Like, I feel like That's what you should do.
And again, let's look at this logically. Iran is upset because we pulled out of the deal, but the deal was supposed to be spanking Iran, so they should be happy.
I feel like
that the deal is no longer in place.
Conversation like this happens just because Donald Trump's involved.
Exactly, that's the whole point. It's when the bad guy is for something, you want to be against it. When the bad guy is against something, you want to be for it. If the bad guys, Iran, and they are the bad guys, sorry, are opposed to U.S. pulling out, well, we're responsible for the current state of Iran. Ever since we deposed the Carter administration, got rid of the Shah of Iran and put in the Ayatollah Khomeini, based on Secretary of State going over there, coming back to tell President Carter, I met this really nice guy named the Ayatollah. He's a little religious, but I think we can work with him. So the U.S. set about to depose the Shah of Iran and instituted the current theological-based government there, and we've been paying for it ever since.
So why don't you go do something about this? Why are you telling me?
That was my old life. I gave that one up.
I believe it.
And now I'm on the radio today.
Just like the tumbleweed.
The tumbleweed is
coming into town.
Coming into town.
Does a couple
moseying up to the bar.
Does a couple of plays, gives his political commentary, and then he leaves.
And then I leave. That's me in a nightmare. I was saying nightmare, not a nutshell. I was looking at Five Nights at Freddy's and thinking, what a nightmare.
I told you that's weird.
Well,
that's targeted to kids, because I don't think
Dick showed me these pictures.
I don't think the creator intended it to be for kids, but someone approached him and said, "Hey, can we get the image rights? These could be really cute plush toys," and then they turn into nightmare plush toys.
Well, don't they have that little there's a bear that looks cute, little animal, and you squeeze it and
the eyes pop out?
Yeah, and the teeth turn to fangs.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know what toys you're playing.
No, it was big on the Christmas wish list. The other thing we talked about, and I want to get back to it here. Someone Green Beret.
Okay. Oh, waterboarded himself? Yeah, you're talking about that.
allowed himself to be waterboarded. And when I say waterboarded himself, I don't mean he, tied himself down and poured water on his face. But he allowed himself to be waterboarded in an attempt to show, from his perspective, the difference. And again, this is a topic that I would love to have other people chime in on. Is enhanced interrogation equivalent to torture?
How can you argue that is torture?
How?
You're forcing somebody to do something they don't want to do.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be what you're talking about? Like you're talking about like legal definition?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that why waterboarding is such a hot topic? Because there's no one like officially decided what it is.
Right.
Really? I always thought everyone knew it was torture.
Well, torture, traditional is, bamboo shoots under the fingernails.
Yeah.
Tying you to a chair and busting your groin with a carpet beater. Yeah. So this is a different form, and this is one that does not cause physical damage, unlike other forms of torture. You start cutting on someone or cutting pieces off, that's physical torture. So of course this is a new thing.
I mean, didn't they prove that even solitary is a form of?
Well, that's in the eye of the beholder. If torture is being forced to do something you don't want to do, good luck being married, people. Every time you go to the opera and you don't want to, no, by this definition, it's torture.
I was just curious. But let's start talking about
Let's talk happy stuff.
Well, the World Cup's coming in a month from today.
Already?
Yeah, World Cup. The USA's in it. You know that, right?
They're in it. Are they in it to win it, though?
No, they're not even in it. They failed. They failed to qualify.
Oh.
So I'm wondering how big the viewership will be in the United States.
More people will be watching. Well, I'm just drawing a blank on something that would be poorly watched this year.
Yeah.
C-SPAN 2.
Ridiculous. But yeah, I'm excited about the World Cup. You're just not a sports guy. So what's coming out for the summer that you're excited about?
My house.
That's true. A home, a bed.
A home, a bed, a separate room.
A bed.
More than two doors. More than one door between me and the toilet. So looking forward to that. I'm actually just catching up on a lot of stuff. The beginning of the year was kind of wacky.
Yeah.
Don't mind being in the house, catching up on work, catching up on stuff, yard work. In fact, I need to swing by there were a whole bunch of weeds in my yard that had sprung up. So I went to Home Depot and bought the, the weed killer that you tie into your hose. And they said overnight results. So I haven't been back there in a few days. I need to go have a look.
Man, you sound like he's leading an exciting life.
Right.
I can see you going there and be like, wink, wink, hey. Oh, I got to tell you about that. I got this weird wink, wink this weekend. I was at a place having a drink, adult beverage with Holly and her friends. And they had this gambling thing inside, but it had a huge sticker on top saying, we do not pay out. This is for entertainment purposes only. And I was in money on this. But then the guy's like, oh, well, we don't pay out.
Wink, wink. Right.
So if you're an officer of the law, I know a place.
Watch out. The Cali cartel's coming after you now.
Well, when that started happening, I looked at Holly and I go, what kind of places are you bringing me that do this? Lone Star Community Radio, Mornings Lone Star, irlonestar.com. We want to say a special thanks to our sponsors. We got the lovely Conroe Coffee. Yay. And the Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, who did come and clean the studio.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate that.
Is that hay still around?
The hay?
Yeah, I didn't even notice. Is it on the ground still?
Yeah, all the peanut shells.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beer bottle caps.
We'll be right back.
You're listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZW LP Conroe and 106.1 KZCC LP Conroe and worldwide on irlonestar.com. Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule, with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
Lone Star Community Radio is ready for the summer. If you or anyone you know is looking for a summer internship, Lone Star Community Radio is a great place to learn the radio and TV business. Contact the station at info@irlonestar.com or call the station's message line at 936-647-3776. Lone Star Community Radio offers a great opportunity to those interested in learning about the radio world.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star.
Does your company have needs that can be met by an employee who is dependable, hardworking, enthusiastic, motivated, cooperative, respectful, and punctual? Conroe Independent School District Special Education Department can meet your needs by connecting you with potential employees that have been preparing for a lifetime of employment. We have numerous individuals seeking paid and unpaid work experiences. If your company is interested in seeing how we can meet your business needs, call Conroe ISD Special Education Department to find the best employees for you at 936-709-7671.
Lose you, and I don't know where I'm going to.
It's 10:10 in the morning on Mornings with Lone Star with Dick and Skippy. He's still Dick. I'm still Skippy. We're sponsored by Oh So Yummy Conroe Coffee. That's right. If you see us live on YouTube, you'll see that Conroe Coffee takes care of us as we try to take care of them. Also sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Thanks, guys. It is already 81 degrees outside. The official Lone Star Radio weather tree says there ain't a lick of breeze out there right now. And it's going to be a hot one. Get up to 92, but get down to 65 tonight.
So the White House YouTube channel has the live stream from 3 hours ago. I have no interest in seeing it. It's just a bunch of dudes talking.
Oh yeah, right now it's lots of talking happening. I'm going to bring this over here so people can see. Hold on.
There you go.
But it can't steal my focus. Hold on, you can't. Nope.
I mean, I'm already out of focus. I don't care.
There we go.
You can't even see me anyway, so might as well just cover the curtains.
Who would I look at then?
That's true.
That's what brings me in here every morning to look at your face for 2 hours.
I thought it was
today.
my sweet voice.
Your sweet. Well, see, I can listen to your sweet voice over the air, but it's the face that goes with the voice that gets my motor turning.
It's true.
Okay, getting off of our morning bromance back to the news. What headlines do you have?
Well, I wanted to tell you for the ticket stub this week, I'm reviewing The Postman. Because you talked about it.
And the Kevin Costner one.
The Kevin Costner
Not
movie.
Il Postino, the Italian one.
No.
Okay. Awesome.
I'm talking about Postman. The Postman.
The Postman.
So I'm excited about watching. It's like a 2.5 hour movie. So
have you not seen it?
I saw it when it came out. I went to the movie theaters with my brother, and I don't really remember too much about it. So I just remember that he somehow casually falls into people believing he's the postman.
Right.
And that was it. And it was really ridiculous. The music was ridiculous. I remember that.
Well, kind of a bummer about it, it's Tom Petty had a cameo in the movie.
Yeah, I saw that.
Kind of playing himself. You know, like, wait, weren't you famous once? Oh, I was once. And now, of course, Tom Petty's dead. That means Tom Petty could never be in the real life version of the Postman.
I hope I'm not around for the real life Postman.
Because remember, like the bad guy in that, he said he was a Xerox repairman beforehand. So it means that whatever went down happened quick.
Yeah.
Relatively quick. And one thing I love about the movie, I like it. I know people, he was just coming off of Waterworld. And so people are like, why the heck would you do two very long, very depressing post-apocalyptic future movies in a row? Because Waterworld just blew chunks because of the writing was just terrible. But the Postman, I really got off on it. He was a believable character. He was very flawed.
Why don't you do a play
of the Postman? Well, you can't just take a movie and turn it into a play. You have to secure the rights and stuff like that. But yeah, that's something that could even be a musical. But one thing I loved about the Postman is that it actually settles a big argument a lot of people have with post-apocalyptic movies or TV shows. Like, how can society just fall apart so quickly? Surely there'd be something.
Well, I think that's why like big TV shows like The Walking Dead are losing their viewers, because they're not focusing on that too much anymore. It's not about the apocalyptic world. It's more of, I'm tired of watching these characters try to kill each other, where clearly there's an end to this apocalyptic lifestyle at one point, right?
Yeah, and I have to admit, I think what really jumped the shark with the Walking Dead universe was the sequel show they have, Fear the Walking Dead. And actually, it's a prequel show because it starts with the day of the whole zombie apocalypse. Walking Dead, it was like a month or so into it, so everyone's playing catch up. You can understand it, but to see how rapidly it all falls apart is very unbelievable. People become murdering cannibals within 3 days of your air conditioner being turned off, and I don't see that.
Well, I even had a conversation with Holly about, I wish movies and shows would give you a reference of time, either like a day counter at the bottom right, like like how many days are we supposed to be, especially in an apocalyptic sense, because you really have no idea. You don't see them eat, you don't see them use the restroom, so you don't know if it's like a 24 scenario. What are you laughing at?
I'm about to get very meta here.
Okay.
Well, so we have a listener here who just sent a picture of us on his computer screen. So
in the dark, by the way.
Yeah. So we
don't know what he's doing.
So I'm holding up the picture to the camera. So what you're seeing is a picture of a picture of a picture of us.
Okay, cool.
If that's not meta, I don't know.
No, I'm excited about watching the movie, and we will review it. And then Eat, Pray, Love is the group rewind movie we're gonna watch.
Okay.
And my favorite thing, this is what I love. I don't know anything about this movie. The only reason
they eat, they pray, and they love.
The only reason we're doing it is because we're doing ticket giveaway for the Taste Fest, and so we made a deal for this show, for this Thursday show, is we have to come up with the synopsis and what we think it's about, because none of us have seen it.
No cheating. Don't look at IMDb.
Yeah, like nothing like that. Because we started talking about it, and I was like, the only reason I chose this one because we're looking for a movie that I guarantee none of us have seen, and then the audience can have fun with it, and we can make fun of it. Because usually group rewind movies are like that. Like, it's just kind of fun to, poke fun at those kind of movies.
Cool.
But I was like, yeah, why don't we do Eat, Pray, Love? And everyone's like, no, it's a horrible movie. I'm like, oh, you seen it? No. Then why don't we see it?
How do you know? Maybe it's just bad press. Well, in the karma department, a Las Vegas DUI lawyer got charged with, you guessed it, DUI. Las Vegas attorney who often defends drunk driving suspects is facing a bench trial after being arrested on suspicion of driving under the influence himself. The Las Vegas Review-Journal reports that 56-year-old John Leo Duffy was arrested, and a bench trial is scheduled for July the 9th, a day before my birthday. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Yeah, he was released on his own recognizance. He works closely with vehicular crimes of the county DA's office. Sorry, Mr. Duffy, you should be careful. Speaking of DA's office, I talked with an assistant district attorney here in the Montgomery County office. Remember a few weeks ago we were talking about Sumi, the new the witness dog?
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to get Sumi in here, maybe with...
Sumi's already in here.
Well, one of those lesser shows, and win him on our show. Along with, is it Chaco? Is that the other dog? So we're going to get Sumi and Chaco in here. Because see, we have video. So we have video. So they can see us. They can see the dogs. So yay, Sumi and Chaco. Now that they've warmed up with the other show. What show were they on?
I think they're on Margie Taylor's.
Oh, okay.
Which is today at noon.
Well, there you go.
There you
go.
Sorry.
What you got next? No, it's all you, my friend.
I'm just trying to recover. It was Mother's Day. I blew up Mother's Day. There were so many moms yesterday. It got ridiculous.
So tell me what.
It was all family.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just one thing I've realized is when all family gets together and they all have kids around the same age, it's almost like the kids have some type of link or some type of connection.
Psychic link,
And then they all know how to cause trouble. And it's like waves. They move around like tornadoes throughout the yard and through the. I mean, it was getting ridiculous. The worst thing about it though is there were puppies on the farm, so everyone had to touch a puppy. So everyone's touching puppies, and then so no one knows where all the puppies are. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was a little scary. I don't want to talk anymore about the puppies because their lives could be endangered.
Now,
they're cute. They're really cute puppies.
Were they cute puppies?
Yeah, they're really cute puppies.
Yeah, I want my dog. When I get my house
they're
back,
right there.
I get my dog
they're
back.
right there at that stage, infant stage, where they're like semi-blind.
Aww.
At the very, very beginning. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, it's really.
Aww. So you were telling me off the air, and I don't know if you teased it on the air, that you got a nudge, nudge, wink, wink from someone, right?
Yeah, we went to this place, and I don't know if anyone's listening knows anything about gambling, legal gambling in Texas, because we're walking up to the place and it has signs all over it, like we have a permit, gaming permit. But then when I go inside, I was like, why does it have that? And then you see those gas station style
like the
jackpot machine things, and it says we do not pay out. So I still don't. I mean, the addiction's real, I guess. Like that's where people go and get the gambling addiction, where they don't win. So where's the addiction part? Isn't that whole kind of the cycle of the addiction is you win sometimes? So it's like, oh, I can always win. So something's going on at that. I mean, how can that be? How do police officers not investigate that? Like once a week? What's going on here, guys?
Well, think about the sheer number of, okay, are you on the prostitution squad? Or are you on the illegal gambling squad? Or are you on the speed trap squad? So there's only so much you can do. But there's good news. Today, breaking news. Give me the breaking news sound effect.
Breaking news.
I'll take it. The Supreme Court today struck down a federal law barring sports gambling in a sweeping decision that could soon lead to legalized sports betting in dozens of states. The Supreme Court ruled 6-3 to strike down the Professional and Amateur Sports Protection Act. This marked a defeat for the federal government and sports organizations who fought to uphold the current ban in most states. The 1992 law had barred gambling on football, basketball, baseball, and other sports with some exceptions, like allowing people you could wager on a single game only in Nevada. But now the Supreme Court ruling gives states the go-ahead to legalize sports betting if they want. I am a fan of this. I think states with the exception of full faith and credit stuff like driver's licenses and stuff like that, each state can determine laws like that if it allows gambling, if it allows.
Well, I mean, that's one thing I was always curious about, the longevity of a state. And there's so many opportunities to make money off of taxes that don't directly impact the individual families. In a sense, like we don't tax the family, we'll tax a business that the family likes to use. And gambling always seemed like one of those things where if you just legalized it, like it's always going to be going on. Like no one's going to stop gambling. And to make it a punishable offense.
That is a slippery slope argument, because I do agree with you, but then there's like, well, if you legalize pot, then cocaine will be next. Not necessarily. In fact, that's why you have these pilot programs. It's important for states like Colorado to legalize pot to see how. Believe me, 48 other states are sitting back watching.
Well,
to see what
what's
happens.
strange about it is your income is something from nothing. It's not like you're splitting an income or you're changing the way a flow of money works. It's like this thing never existed, now it exists.
That's
and
why
it can be positive.
That's why I'm a member of the party that's for tax cuts, not tax increases, for that very purpose.
When you say cuts, you mean? I don't see why you have to do cuts. It's more of like
a decent tax rate.
Well, I mean, I would even say like the tax history between like tobacco is getting kind of ridiculous.
And that's the problem with.
I mean, that's crazy.
When they started,
money.
Well, and that's the thing. It's when I was smoking, I could buy. I paid $2.11 for a pack of the cigarettes that I smoked. I could buy a carton at CVS for $20. Nowadays, you can't buy 2 packs for $20. Maybe 3
but,
if you're lucky.
I'd be interested to see, and it's similar to how to circumvent an idea. Like, for example, we want people never to smoke cigarettes again. That's our goal, right? Because they're so bad for you. But we can't just ban them because people can enjoy themselves with it.
Well, so it is a naturally growing weed.
Well, no, but then it's like, so the decision is we put heavier taxes on them, or why don't they do the roundabout way where it's like you can't get life insurance if you're a smoker?
Well, that's already in there. You know, when life insurance asks you, do you do any kind of tobacco product, including vaping? And they will, if you say no and then you go in for a thing, that's the first thing they test for. But that's the problem. Like cigarettes is a great idea.
What about healthcare too? I mean, I imagine that's the same. You pay a premium, don't you?
People are trying to do that. And that's where with the ACA, people were concerned about that if I'm a smoker and I get cancer, I'm not going to be covered. Because, I don't want to get on the healthcare.
I mean, I'm just trying to understand, to accomplish something. Because you can choose a political argument and just sit there and go like throw stuff at a wall. But like what I've learned through like say raising the minimum salary or minimum wage instead of doing something direct, like passing a law saying you got to be $15 an hour. There's another way to do it where you encourage businesses to spend money on a good, a worker.
If you pass a law to say you got to go from $5 to 15 hours, basically 200% increase, then the companies would be in every right to do a 200% increase on all their goods and services.
Because I'd be interested to see the wage difference between McDonald's across the United States, because they're all not the same.
No, but it's an entry level position. That's what
I'm saying. But like certain areas that are higher demand. It's like say New York City. What does the average McDonald's worker make inside? I'm talking about downtown. I know there's McDonald's. There's gotta be a McDonald's in downtown. Like I'm talking about Times Square. And then what's the McDonald's over there in Cleveland, Texas? What's someone making there?
Well, it's all supply and demand.
Yeah.
There, in New York, there are 3 billion kids ready to flip burgers for $5 an hour. So if one demands $15 an hour, fine, you're out. I'll bring in someone at $5. Companies need to encourage people. There need to be incentives. But with the cigarette smoking tax, that's a great point you started to raise, Dick, is I remember when that was going down, when the previous administration was going, we're going to tax the heck, because we want people to quit smoking. So we're going to tax them out of existence. But then a lot of social services were reliant on that tax. So they were too good. They taxed them so high that people stopped smoking. When they stop smoking, the tax revenue suddenly disappears. So you're waiting for this money.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like you're
banking on people still wanting to smoke.
Yeah.
And that's wrong to me. It's like, it's very duplicitous. very hypocritical to say, well, we want to save your life, so we're going to tax cigarettes, but don't tax them so high that we can still get your money.
It's weird. The history of it's weird. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're trying to figure out where else can we get revenue, and that's why you look at those current illegal activities like gambling, certain styles of gambling in Texas, and then you look at like marijuana, like what they're doing in Colorado.
It's always a pilot program. Like when the horse track came here, people were like, oh, here comes the mafia. It didn't happen. When the lotto showed up for Texas.
Look where the horse track is today.
Yeah, right?
Nowhere.
Are
they shutting down Greyhound? Are they shutting down the Greyhound one?
I think they did.
Because I know there's some like live events they do there. I think they're doing more of like all weekend deal.
The problem is an animal-based sport. People, tend to turn against it.
Well, I know. Hey, if you're looking for puppies, I know where you can get some.
Then they're cute puppies too, right?
Yeah, the Callahoola.
Chihuahua.
You ever heard of Callahoola dog?
No.
Look it up. It's pretty dog.
Callahoola.
Callahoola. You're listening to Mornings with Lone Star, irlonestar.com. We'll be back.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star.
A Lone Star Community Radio is ready for the summer. If you or anyone you know is looking for summer internship opportunities, a Lone Star Community Radio is a great place to grab the mic and be on the air. A Lone Star Community Radio offers a great opportunity to those interested in learning about the radio world all year round. Be an on-air personality, talk show producer, or YouTube, TV, podcast editor. Contact the station at info@irlonestar.com or call the station's message line at 936-647-3776.
Listen in Mondays at noon to hear Conroe news from local nonprofits, businesses, upcoming events, Conroe Park events, news stories, and information that matters to you with your host, Margie Taylor of Taylorized PR. For more information about being a guest, visit irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture.
Statistics show that 1 out of every 6 Texans struggles with food insecurity and hunger. And many people don't eat enough fruits and vegetables every day. The Better Living for Texans program is here to help you learn how to make healthy menu choices, save money at the grocery store, prepare quick and delicious meals, get more good nutrition in your day, and get more physical activity. Classes are fun, friendly, interactive, and free, and taught in English and Spanish. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make their lives better.
Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule, with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
$10:30 on the dot. We got 30 minutes left in this ship. Going down.
Taste Fest tickets, folks. It's that time. We're giving away 2 tickets to Taste Fest. It's the 8th annual Lake Conroe Chamber of Commerce's Taste Fest that's happening on June 7th.
I'm going to have to go on a starvation diet for a week beforehand.
I feel the same way.
This way we can take care of everything. So Dick is opening up the official ticket envelope. Pass them over here and I'll show them to the audience.
I'll give you one. So we got 2 tickets. It's a $50 value just to go down what Taste Fest is. Basically, the Conroe Lake Conroe Chamber invites its members and also participating restaurants in the area to display their goods for you to taste a little bit of, little cups or whatever they want to do. They don't get like, full hamburgers out.
Right.
Maybe they give you full Jack in the Box tacos, but it's happening on June 7th. June 7th from 5 to 8 p.m. All you can eat. The tickets are $25 at the door, $15 in advance. So if you want to buy tickets and support the chamber, visit conroe.org. And basically, these 2 tickets include admission, and then you get 2 adult beverages. So it's a $50 value right here, and 8th Annual Taste Fest. So how we're going to give them away, we've been inspired by one of our listeners, Jason. We're going to ask, if you're on the Facebook chat, you kind of have like an easy win here. What are 3 legal ways to gamble in Texas? In Texas. So what are 3 legal ways you can gamble in the state of Texas? And if you want to write us on Facebook Messenger or comment a post or go to Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff, whatever's time stamped, call in 936-647-3776 and you can win. So there you go. 2 tickets to the 8th Annual Taste Fest.
And we'll be there.
Yeah. So there you go.
There you are.
What else is going on? I kind of have to use the restroom. Do you think you could?
I can cover it while you go potty.
All right, cool.
You should just wear Depends like I do. That way, it's all problem solved. Well, so apparently President Trump has a new burger order. This is the latest from Rudy Giuliani. So, President Trump's fondness for burgers has been well documented. His McDonald's order, we all know, is the dual Big Mac. But according to current Trump attorney Rudy Giuliani, who I used to love Rudy Giuliani back when he was, mayor of New York during 9/11 and was a beacon of hope for many people. But now he's kind of, I don't know what his deal is, but his latest news, according to Giuliani, who dined with Trump on May 6th at the Trump National Golf Club in Virginia, the president ordered himself a burger with only 1/2 the bun. I have no idea. Apparently, he's chewed the extra bun in service to his health. I got nowhere to go with that. So now we know the president has half a bun when he orders a burger now.
All right.
Feel better?
That bathroom break brought to you by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Relieving yourself in a clean toilet never felt so good.
So, right? That's right. Southwest Airlines is no worries. Southwest Airlines has been going through some stuff. Usually when bad stuff happens on an airplane, statistically it's been United. Have you noticed that?
You mean the company United?
Yeah, United Airlines.
Okay.
But lately, Southwest is getting some problems going. And for the 3rd time in as many weeks, Southwest Airline aircraft had some problems. This one depressurized on a flight from Denver to Dallas. They began to lose pressure at about 9 o'clock on flight 861, about half an hour before landing at Dallas Love. The plane Southwest said the plane made an uneventful landing and reported no serious injuries aside from some customers complaining of ear pain. Although passengers on board the flight told the local TV station it felt anything but uneventful. Quote, when you're in the air 20,000 feet above the ground and don't know what's going on, it's not uneventful, said Glenn Eichelberger, who was flying. I had no idea what was going on or what the outcome was going to be. I reached over and grabbed Josh by the arm, that's his buddy, because I don't know if we were going to make it or not. There was no communication whatsoever from flight attendants or from the cockpit as to whether we were in mortal danger. Dick, would you be that guy that you think the plane's going to go down, and so you're going to confess everything to Holly, and then you find out it's all going to be okay? Have you ever been in that situation, thinking you're going to die or something's going to be bad, and then it turns out not to be bad? So it's just me that this has happened to. Dang it.
Why are you afraid of dying?
I'm not. I just wanted to, when you blurt something out. I'm not saying I slept with the secretary, but yeah, so that was that. So while you were going potty, I was able to regale people that Rudy Giuliani, who once upon a time was just this awesome guy, the mayor of New York during 9/11, and just really cool guy, just seems to be kind of a comic version of himself. And now his latest thing is telling the world what President Trump orders on his hamburgers.
What?
Yeah. I kid you not that. He's letting it be known that Trump is eating half the bun now. Only half. He wants half the
Which
bun.
one? The top or the bottom?
I don't know. I'm presuming the bottom.
Yeah, people are so obsessed. It's so weird.
So what do you got for me? I covered that while you went to death.
Nothing. I got nothing.
You got nothing. Royal wedding's coming up. Meghan Markle and
Oh, that's right. You like that
Prince
stuff.
A lot of people like that stuff.
Yeah, I believe it.
I would. There's love there. This is a whole new royal family because the old royal family, you know, with Queen Elizabeth, the old days with Charles, the fairy tale with Charles and Di. That's what was throwing a lot of people off because in England, we knew it was like the unspoken thing. It was almost like, you know, the Kevin Spacey. We all, you know, everyone knew, but no one wanted to say anything. Charles had mistresses. His long-term mistress had been Camilla Parker Bowles. Everyone
How do you
knew
know
it.
this stuff?
How do I? Because I lived in England.
Okay, I'm just wondering.
Yeah, but I mean, it was the thing. It's like, did Trump have an affair? Very likely. You know, everyone knows. No one talks about it. One of those things. So, no, I just lost my train of thought. Oh, the
royal wedding.
Royal wedding with Charles and Di.
Now, do they do this much?
She was 19 when they got engaged. You know,
well, that was normal in the 90s.
Was the 80s? Yeah. But not when he was almost like double her age.
Yeah, that's a little
and in love with someone else.
I think that's kind of strange that you're in a social circle that you have a 19-year-old around.
Well, she was carefully chosen, and that's
Really?
why I know. That's why I know Charles is never going to become king of England. Queen Elizabeth is just going to bypass him and take him when she abdicates. And I think she's going to abdicate before she dies. Because if she dies, it automatically goes to Charles. She doesn't want Charles to be king.
So who's she going to do?
She's going to name William as the successor to the crown. And my sense on that came from...
You think he's going to be like, oh, I didn't see this coming?
Oh, no, he knows. One day, he's going to be king, whether his dad's first or not. And I think Charles knows it, which is why the Queen finally gave permission for him and her blessing for him to marry Camilla Parker Bowles. And when he married Diane, she actually had to take the virginity test. That was the thing. She had to prove herself.
I believe that.
For the heirs. And that's why Camilla Parker Bowles, not only was she married at the time, but could never be.
So is he married to her right now?
Yeah. Because after Diana died, he maintained this long-term relationship. Then Queen Elizabeth finally gave permission for them to marry. So he's married her, Camilla Parker Bowles, which means there's no way he's going to be king.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Never knew that.
Charles, if you'd just been able to keep it in your pants, you could have been king, but no. And I'm sorry.
Does it really mean anything? You just had a lot of money, right? That's it. That's not, I mean, it wasn't your money. It was just.
Yeah, it's the taxpayers' money for one thing, but yeah, it was, well, say, I was king of England, but be known as the guy who got bypassed. Like, mommy didn't even give me the throne. It sounds like Game of Thrones almost.
Well,
you know?
they're also old enough to where I don't think they'd be that stubborn. You don't think so?
There's England, a lot of people don't know, is a caste society, and that's caste with an E at the end, which means you have your haves and you have your have-nots, and never the twain shall meet. Okay. And commoners don't mix with lords. So
Fair
let's
enough.
do it.
Well, we're giving away these Taste Fest tickets. If you know one of the three, how about one of the three? How about that? Or three, you can just name 3 ways to legally gamble in the state of Texas. You can win some tickets to the 8th annual Taste Fest. That royal wedding is really boring, so we're never talking about that.
Never talking about it. What about? I was gonna live tweet when it actually happens.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna do.
Well, you're listening to Mornings Lone Star, irlonestar.com. We're gonna take a quick break. This will be our last break, so stick around.
Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. With scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning, Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show with monthly and weekly slots available in Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776 to take your first step into the radio world.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star.
An estimated 1 in 10 births will result in a neonatal intensive care stay, also known as the NICU. Overnight, a family can find themselves and their newborn baby in a critical situation. The Mila Foundation financially and spiritually assists families in need. If you would like to volunteer or become a monthly sponsor, please visit us at www.themilafoundation.org. Again, that's www.themilafoundation.org, because every life matters.
Hispanic Chamber Connections with Dr. Carlos Sanchez, President of the Woodlands Conroe Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, featuring event announcements, member highlights, and more. Tuesdays at 1 p.m., broadcasting from the heart of Conroe, Texas on irlonestar.com and Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1.
Hey, 10:43. We're in our final few minutes on this Monday morning, this muggy Monday morning. Still no breeze outside, according to the official Lone Star Radio weather tree. And it is humid. It's going to be hot. So if you had, ladies, or gentlemen, if you started off with big hair today, it ain't going to last. It's going to fall flat.
This is the last segment for today's show. So let's do some weekly events. If you have an event or something you want to promote, feel free to reach out to us on irlonestar.com/MWLS. We'd love to have you as a special guest. For the rest of the week, for us, we have a special guest tomorrow. A local book writer, children's book writer, is releasing her second book, Itty Bitty. Is that you? Well, we're not keeping this around Holly because it's about a spider, it looks like. But we're going to have Victoria Martin.
And also Titty Bitties. That's a statement on Holly herself.
Oh, yes. And Victoria Martin is going to be in the studio, so looking forward to that. And if you have questions for her, feel free to go on Facebook and things like that. And also, we're going to have Scott back into the studio from the city of Conroe. If you didn't know, May 17th this week is going to be the I'm trying to figure out it's community input meeting. Mm-hmm. I keep saying impact. It's community input meeting at the Oscar Johnson Jr. Community Center on May 17th from 4:30 to 6:30. They're going to be discussing what to do about a newly acquired land they got, 22 acres, and they want to hear from the citizens of Conroe and what you want to see them use the land for. So we're going with laser tag / paintball.
That's my vote.
And then we have a cricket field. So but only for cricket.
And if they do anything inside, we could also have rollerball.
That's true.
Bring it to life. The original rollerball, not the.
So we got Scott coming in on Thursday, and then of course on Friday we have Jordan O'Neill coming in, who's a filmmaker, and he's doing a new miniseries called Fabletown. It's based off a comic book. That's gonna be a really cool interview. It's one of your buddies, I imagine. And
I know of him, but you should bring in Chris from the Ticket Stub or something like that, or tell Nerd Thug about this.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you can tell them they have a show.
Do they know I exist?
I hope so.
Do they?
But so that's what's going on for our show. Event wise, don't forget the whole week this week, or every Friday this month is Movies in May, brought to you by the Conroe Parks and Recs Department. This Friday's movie at Heritage Place, which is free by the way, it is going to be Beauty and the Beast.
This is the live
This
action.
is the live horrible one. So don't waste your time. You can still go there and say, I came. I support these kind of events, but I don't support this trash movie. And then you can leave.
My two biggest problems with it, because I took my daughter to it, to the sing-along presentation of it, where they had the lyrics on the screen. The audience was encouraged to sing along. Two problems. One, the Beast was all CGI, and that just bugged me.
Okay.
If you're going to do a live action of a show, of a cartoon, have everything live action.
Yeah, that's true.
This is my thing. Secondly, Emma Watson, young lady, pretty.
We're judging you right now. This is the judgment corner.
This is the judgment, but it's like with me with Drew Barrymore. She was Hermione when she was like 6 years old. So to have her like try to be grown up and stuff, I know it's not fair on her, but I just think she's just coming off the Harry Potter.
Well, the only thing I would say, like, because I watched this movie with my nieces, and watching they prefer this one over the cartoon. Sadly, one thing I will say is, and you can say, "Hey, Dick, you're wrong."
Dick, you're wrong.
Did you think that what's her Hermione? She didn't seem like to have a lot of life. Like, because like I always felt the Belle character always had a lot of life to the room. You know, the light.
Well, that's the whole thing. Is she's life and love and all things good.
I just didn't feel like the either it was the writing or the way they presented her. I just didn't really feel.
You don't think of bubbly. It's like you don't put Harrison Ford in a rip-roaring comedy.
That's true.
Because it's just not his thing. And Emma Watson, like I said, great actress. And nice seeing her grow up.
Who would you have chosen for that role then?
For Belle?
Is she 16 in the storyline?
No, she's older in.
Because didn't we talk about that? Like the ages didn't really match up about when the prince gets turned into the beast.
Yeah, they try to explain it in the movie now, but it still doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so he's like 19.
Well, no, the rose, they say for your 21st birthday, the last rose petal will fall and you'll stay a beast forever. And they've been doing it for 10 years, which means which means he was 11 years old
when this witch turned him into.
So that's first off, that's a really mean witch. It's like every 11-year-old's a brat. Come on, where's the parents? You know, now in the movie, this live action movie, they try to say, well, part of that's an enchantment that people forgot about it. It just doesn't make sense. But so if he's aging, that means everybody ages, which means Chip, the cup.
Yeah, he would be.
He wasn't 10 years old yet, which means he had to have been born a cup.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense, people.
That's funny.
I have questions.
So that's Movies in May. Yay. That's a free event. It's happening every Friday at Heritage Place.
Not free. It's Kiss Me Kate, but still worth the money.
Yes.
Tickets, I think, are $22. And we will be giving tickets away this week on Thursday. Yeah. But it is running for 2 more weekends. It's halfway through the run. And the cast is just hitting their stride, taking it and running with it. And then coming up in June, we'll be having Willy Wonka over at the Crichton Theater, and that's going to be a big production. It's like got a cast of like 4 dozen, I think. A lot of Oompa Loompas running around.
That's gonna be, is that a full production or is that like a kid's production?
No, this is the full production.
Okay.
When you see like Junior, like Willy Wonka Jr. or something, what that means is, according to the license, everyone has to be under the age of 18.
Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah.
So if you ever see, Willy Wonka Jr. and you see adults in it, not allowed. It's breaking the law. Breaking the law. Oh, that needs to be our bumper music for tomorrow.
All right.
Breaking the Law by Judas Priest.
Cool.
Squirrel.
But so we're locking up today's show. Thanks for joining us on Facebook Live, YouTube Live. We'll be back tomorrow morning with our special book guests. So hopefully we'll have that on YouTube and Google Play. And then we'll also be giving away tickets next for Wednesday for Taste Fest. And then Thursday for Kiss Me Kate. And Friday, more Taste Fest.
Yeah.
Outside of that, thanks for checking us out. Today's programming can be found at irlonestar.com/show calendar. I believe it next is going to be a replay of the Weekly Business Hour. Rick is out of the studio.
You mean an encore presentation?
Encore presentation. Thank you. And then Margie Taylor, she's got Greg Parker, who's running candidate for Commissioner Precinct 2, Eric Yalick, publisher of The Golden Hammer, and Christian Collins, Chief of Staff for Congressman Kevin Brady, all at once.
Wow. We need to get these guys on our show.
That's going to be an incredible show. So that's happening at noon. And then, of course, we got Nerd Thug Radio at 2. If you're interested in having a program here on Morning or Lone Star Community Radio, just reach out to the station. just visit us on irlonestar.com. Today's show is brought to you by Conroe Coffee and Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Thank you to those guys supporting the show. We'll see you tomorrow. Skippy?
Tick, I'll see you tomorrow.
See you guys.